VIVs. We in the building. Shout out to the very important vessels. Like, share, comment, subscribe. The longer you outlast them, the more malicious they become. All because their tactics aren't working and have no effect. Ignoring these kinds of people is something that they cannot stand. It's something that they can't take. Ignoring them is something that they don't want you to do. It's something that they would rather you not do. And when you do it, that's why they come back stronger, and they come back with a lot more than you expected. So, when you're ignoring these folks and they're doing things, making attempts to frustrate you and get you upset, they don't like that, because they feel what they're doing isn't working. They feel powerless, and they feel you gaining a sense of control over the situation. And since they're involved in the situation with you, they feel that since they're the almighty powerful one, they feel that they should be in control. They feel that they should be the one who has the dynamic of power and the relationship between the two of you. All right? So, when you're not getting upset, they're getting mad. And they're constantly thinking of something that they can do to come back that would really work, that would make things really hard and really difficult. Because you have to think that these people who are spending all this time and effort and to try to upset you or bother you in the first place, they're lying in their waking hours. They're going through their day thinking about what they can do next. So when you see these people and they're giving you these dirty looks and they're giving you evil eyes and they're doing things purposefully to try to get on your nerves, they're already mad. They're already upset. They're already feeling some type of way. And what you'll realize is that they're not stopping. It's like they're constantly going to keep trying you. And the more you outdo them, the more you outlast them, the more angry they get. All because their tactics don't seem to be working. And they get more malicious because their ego tells them they're supposed to be better than you. They're supposed to be more powerful than you. They're supposed to be the ones that's in charge, the one that's in control, the one that is running the dynamic between the two of you. And it's all due to their idea about themselves, very, very grandiose. And you really don't care. Once you can get over your own behavior and how you feel towards them, it's really pointless. It's not something that you care about. It's just like, okay, here comes one trick pony. Here comes weirdo. Here comes Beelzebub. Here comes slow-mo. You know, that's what I like to call them. I like to call them slow-mos because it's like they move very slow. They're very slow. All right, so it is what it is. They're mad that you're not getting upset, and they have to keep coming back with different ways of trying to upset you or piss you off, so that way they can feel a victory. All right, that way they could feel like they won something. They can feel like they're doing something. They could feel like they've achieved something, when in all reality, in actuality, they ain't achieving jack diddly squat. They're not achieving much. And the beauty of it is, since it's your mind, they're not achieving anything more than you give them permission to. So they can get as malicious as they want, but nothing's going to happen to you unless you give in to their behavior. That's the only way that anything could happen to you, because it puts you on the same accord as them. So you don't want to get angry. You don't want to react. You don't want to get upset. You don't want to get frustrated. All right? Because not only are you indicating to them that it's working, but you're also indicating to them that they're in control. So when you take that control from a narcissistic person, narcissistic, sociopathic, psychotic gang stalker, all right, when you take this power away from that coworker that's mobbing you, that coworker that is wanting to make you quit, that coworker that feels that they can get you out of that job, when you stay, it's going to get more malicious. When you avoid these people's noise campaigns and you just walk right past them and don't allow whatever they do to bother you or get to you that bad, then they have to go to the utmost extent. Walking past your door, having conversations loudly isn't enough. Slamming doors will start. All right? And if slamming doors isn't enough, banging on the walls will start. So they're going to up the ante, just so you know. It's just like they're like Luther Vandross, but in a negative way. Because with them, it's like, never too much, never too much, never too much. Oh, 1,000 glitches from you is never too. 1,000 glitches, huh? That's what you're causing them to have. Instead of Luther Vandross, he was looking for 1,000 kisses. These people, they about to get 1,000 glitches, because you got them glitching up. You know, you got them glitching up. You got their serpentine eyes, reptile eyes showing. They blink and then the reptile eye pop out and they got to blink again real fast. Try to make the original cornea come back in, the retina come back in. But it is what it is. They're mad. Too bad. They're upset. Too bad. They got a personal problem. Too bad. All right? So let them have their issue. Let them have their problem. And just keep gray rocking these people. Keep being, some of you guys practice stoicism. Keep acting like it's nothing going on. Keep showing these people low to no emotion at all. All right, low to no feelings at all. Stay on a cool, positive, relaxing vibration. All right, because you already know what they want to do. Why let them do it? But the more we ignore, the more malicious they get. It's like that one coworker that's constantly saying things to try to get to you. And oh yeah, this could be verbal. This could be non-touch torture. All right, this could be stalking from a distance, harassing, by a distance. But when you don't give in to the attitude they want you to be in, it causes them to be really mad because they're starting to see just how weak they are. They're starting to see how powerless they are. And they never had any power. That's the thing. They never had any power to begin with. All they are is an annoying person. All they are is a person with a hater spirit that will bother someone else, annoy someone else, try and torture someone else, right? So these are things that don't necessarily have to get to you or bother you if you don't let them, all right? But I mean, some of us have to grow. Some of us have to learn how to let go of these kinds of people, all right? Some of us having to deal with them over time has become troublesome, all right? It's like pressure builds up. Maybe you're already going through life as it is. Life may be difficult for you. Things may be difficult for you. Things may be hard for you. But when you have other people who try to enforce their own will on your life, it can make it harder or difficult because of the life they want you to have. And that's what's evil about it. They see the life that you have and they want to create one for you because the life they see you with isn't good enough. The life they see you enjoying isn't good enough. They don't want you to be happy or to be able to feel good, right? So since they don't want you to be happy or to feel good, they have to try to attack the thing that makes you happy and that makes you feel good, which is your mind, which is your thoughts, which is your state of being. Because if they can attack that and if they can change that, then they could change a lot about a person. They can possibly cause a person to end their life or take their life. But by the grace of God, that won't happen. All right? Because we're too powerful, we're too strong, and we're always praying and thanking God and giving gratitude for a sound mind. All right? Because it's not a game out here. It's not a joke. And these things do happen. And you will have people who are fed up. There's been plenty of people who have been bullied and at work environments, at college environments, school environments. That woman who worked at a school was bullied to the point, it was some woman that worked at a school and she was bullied to the point to where she took her own life. I know y'all see these graves. I'm about to get a chop real soon. Bear with me now. All right, but they they wanted this person to suffer so much at their job that this person ended up committing suicide and killing themselves. So these people are real malicious. They don't care. And like they have a level of hatred that is beyond children of God, that's beyond us. And we're not like judging them like we're better because they have hatred. We're just separating ourselves on some wheat and tear type stuff because like, yo, we're not out here causing people to want to off themselves. You know, it's like certain governments putting pressure on certain people who are already impoverished. That's what is already happening. It's like they see themselves as powerful and they want to put the pressure on someone that they view as non-powerful, or they just have this idea of themselves that they have this thing to where they think they're big and bad enough to take down somebody who's big and bad. But real big and bad people don't waste their time. It's my first time holding a phone like this, y'all. Bear with me. Big and bad people don't waste their time trying to take down others because it's like it's just no point. I already know who I am. I'm already comfortable in my own skin. I'm comfortable being myself. I don't have to disrupt your plans. I don't have to make you want to kill yourself. I don't have to make you want to hate your life. These aren't things that I have to do to feel good about myself. But when it comes to feeling good, it's like having money. That's why people are constantly trying to rob you of your peace because they see that you're rich. They know that you're wealthy. They know that you have a lot more than they do. They know that you're always going to have more than they do. All right. They know you're always going to have a better life, a better existence, a better reality. And that's why they're trying to change it. That's why they're trying to change your reality, because it's too good. You're too blessed. You're not stressed enough for them. All right, you're not worried enough for them. You're not hurt enough for them. You're not ruining your life enough for them. All right, and these will be people, when you look at them and their behavior and their the things that they do, the thing they choose to do, their habits. It's like, yo, this person is making their own life miserable. This person is making their own life suck. This person is making their own life shitty. You know, it's like, if you're gonna do that to yourself, like things that you self-inflict, things that you put yourself through, you like, at some point everybody points the finger at someone, but you have to grow to a level of maturity and be like, yo, you know what, I can't blame others for me not getting things done. I can't make other people suffer for the fact that my life isn't what I need it to be. All right, sometimes people catch a bad break and they need help, but then there are those people that just aren't doing anything. There are those people that just want to be corrupt, that want to be evil, that want to just throw their life away and make everybody else suffer because of it. And if you're not throwing your life away too, then they're going to have a huge problem with you. And that's just not something that we support on this channel. We don't cause problems and point the finger at other people. We don't blame other people for the things that we do. And if you ever make a mistake and do so, you'd be the type of person to easily correct that. Okay, I was wrong there. I see my fault in what I was doing. How can I fix this? How can I make this better? You're not just gonna sit there and just, okay, well, I effed up, whatever, or I'm just gonna keep making other people my problem, or like, nah, it ain't that kind of party. So as you continue to advance, and as you continue to put on your big boy pants, your big girl pants for ladies, men, women, mature adults, mature young people, and as you continue to mature and grow, these people are continue to get bored and slow. Let's say that again. That background is amazing. Is as you continue to mature and grow, they're going to continue to get bored and slow. All right, they're going to be bored, and they're going to be slow, and they're probably slow because they're bored. They don't call it boredom for no reason. You got to be dumb, or choose to be dumb if you're bored. There's so many things you could do if you're bored. There's should be no reason why a person is bored. There's a lot of things that you can do to not be bored. There are a lot of things that you can do to advance yourself, to move forward, to do something with your mind. But demons don't think so. It's demon time, and it's nothing else. It's demon time, and that's it. It's demon time and pepperoni pizza for everybody. It's like they can't rant. They can't they can't do what they need to do without bothering or messing with you. So it's like it's pretty much a game that they're gonna play with you, but you're gonna play to win. All right. They play games, we play to win. All right. Don't let people ruin your day. Don't let people ruin your money spirit, your healthy spirit, your peaceful spirit. See, like, the thing about us is we're working towards things. We're putting ourselves in the spirit of what we want. We want wealth. We're putting ourselves in the spirit to become rich. We want success. We're putting ourselves in the spirit to become successful. It's like we're doing things with our mind. We're doing things with our time. We're creating. We're working on things. We're putting ourselves in position of power for good, for righteousness, for God's kingdom. If you are a child of God and you believe in yourself and you have the urge to be rich, that's God wanting to experience riches and success through you. And these enemies that don't want to see you happy, or see you or smile or succeed or win or get that level of success, those are the people on the devil's team. And that's why they keep coming back more malicious, because it's like, okay, this person is going to focus on what they're choosing to do with their life instead of me and the things that I'm trying to do to them. This person is going to focus more on what they want to do and the type of person that they want to be, over instead of the type of person that I want them to be, or that I'm trying to force them to be. All right. So it is what it is, y'all. Um, these people, they're gonna keep coming back. All right. I've had situations like this. You happen, you ignore them, and they're gonna come back stronger. So it's like you have to choose peace. If not, if you're in a situation like this where they're gonna get more malicious because you're outlasting them, it could possibly result in a physical altercation with you getting locked up or you getting into a situation to where you have to go to court or something like that. All right, because they're going to tell. They're going to tell. They're going to start the problem. They're going to possibly end up getting into a physical altercation with you. And then on top of that, for you defending yourself and possibly, teaching them a lesson, they're going to call the cops on you. Oh, yeah. So, I know you want to teach people a lesson, and I know they probably need to be taught a lesson, but don't retaliate. All right, be above retaliation. Let God handle all that, and keep your hands to yourself unless it becomes a physical situation to where you have to defend yourself. Always use that as a last resort. But like they're going to come back more malicious. The more you ignore them, the more trouble they're going to try to make. The more you go about being a peaceful person, the more these devils are going to try to bring themselves into your life to cause trouble. Like I said, I was walking past this particular business. Every time I would go to handle my business, I walked past this business, and when I walked past them, they would bully me. They would cut me off with a whole tractor trailer truck. All right, they would drive past me as soon as I tried to walk past their driveway to that business. As soon as I walk, and I'm on the sidewalk, mind you, I'm not on their property, nothing. I'm walking past this business, I'm walking past this property, and these people are pulling out. People who work there, people who drive the trucks, people who walk in the office. It was like a whole plot and plan and scheme to come against me. And what I believe was happening was they were jealous because I was not working at the time. And I was just making my videos, and not saying they watch my videos or anything, but people watch you. People know your routine. They know if you're going to work. They know if you don't have a job. People know these things by what they see and where you go, by how you see them, how they see you spend your day. I would get gang stalked by people. All I would do was go walk and get me something to eat because I wasn't working, but I managed my money right. So all I was doing, that's why when you are targeted, you have to manage your money right so that way you can still eat, you can still, be healthy, you can still do good, still get some nice clothes, still look good, still take care of yourself, still get your hair cut, still do everything that you need to do, or however you choose to live your life, still pay for your gym membership, still eat healthy. All right, some of these people, they want your diet to go to trash. Some of these people, they see you buying whole foods, they see you buying fruits and vegetables. All right, they don't want to see you eat healthy. If they see you eat healthy on the job, it's a wrap. They're gonna get you up out of there because they know that health is wealth, and they know that eating healthy is vital to a person's survival. So if they want to eat garbage, and you don't eat garbage, that could be another reason why these people are coming after you and trying to attack you, just for the simple fact that you eating to live. All right, and you're not eating frog brains and all this other kangaroo meat and all this garbage people eating out here. So it is what it is. Like I would walk past this business, and but like I said, I would just, only reason I had to go out was because if I didn't have money for an Uber, I would just walk into town, go get me something to eat, and then mosey my way on back, not bothering a soul. But the fact that I didn't have a job and I wasn't working, and I would always eat, it would bother people. There would be people doing construction across the street from where I lived at. When I would go to get my lunch and come back, they'd be sitting down eating. They weren't doing that when I started, but when I started walking there and coming back, they knew what I was doing. Sometimes they would even sit down and eat as I went to go. Like people will do weird things. It's like, you're about to have lunch, so are we. You can't have lunch without us. You're not going to do anything that we're not doing. It's like, bro, you got a construction job. You're probably making $100 an hour. That's not good enough for you to be happy and enjoy your life. You hating on somebody that doesn't have a job, that has to walk and go back and get to what they need to get. But they do these things to try and play with your mind and get in your head, and they do these things to try and gaslight people. It's all different forms of gaslighting and manipulation. But the thing is, it's just best for you to ignore it and not pay attention to it. I mean, and that is something that you can ignore. But it's like, the more you ignore it, the more malicious they get. They might sit down and eat at the time you walk out your place because they know you're going to get lunch. So you ignore them. Now, as soon as you walk out, they're laying out a picnic basket. They got a whole food truck. They got a whole food truck of the food that you go to eat. They got a whole food truck of the food that they know you're about to go buy. Or they will order the stuff that you just went to go eat. People do, and it's like it just the coincidence is just too real. But I advise you to just not pay attention to it. But just to let you know, when you choose to not pay attention to it, it's going to get more vicious. As I continue to walk past these people and walk past this one, I was getting gang stalked by a whole strip of people. It's like because I was a pedestrian. When you are a targeted individual and you're high volume and you're a people magnet and you're an attractive person, if you have to walk, you are going to get gang stalked like hell. There's going to be no like the harassment is going to be on another level. All right, shout out to all the pedestrians on the front line of this spiritual warfare with these evil people out here. Because, like, yo, man, like when you're in a car, they can't really detect you that easy if you're somebody that they target. All right. But anyway, I'd walk past this business and they would drive out and cut me off and I'd have to walk around. I'd have to wait for them to pull out. And as someone that has experienced certain things in life that, you know, happened to me, not like being near vehicles, being around vehicles is something that, you know, like I don't want to walk in front of somebody's vehicle. So it's like it makes me feel safe where I'm being like you're damn near running me over. Like they're speeding. All right, they are speeding. They are going to like these people are always going to be in competition with you, and it's always going to be a race between you and them. So you'll notice that these stalker type of people, they have to try and beat you to your destination. They know where you're going, and you're going to notice that they're going to try and get there before you do, and it's to be weird. All right, so they would pull up real fast, try to startle me, try to make my heart beat irregular, try to frighten me or scare me because this person's in a whole Mack truck and I'm just walking in front of them. So after a while, it's like you get tired of it. So it's like, okay, the only way for me to defeat it is to ignore it. And they do it to put pressure on you. They do it to gaslight you because if you call them out on it, they're gonna act like they don't know what they're doing. I called the company, I called them, nothing. Tried to talk to police, nothing. And what ended up happening was I ended up having to ignore these people and just let it go. So like it really pays off to just ignore them from the beginning and to just let it go. So I would do that. I'd ignore them and walk past them, walk around them. They pull in front of me. I'd look left and look right and look down at my phone. Like when people get in front of you and they're expecting you to wait for them to move out the way, find something that you can focus on. Like look at another car, look at the sky, look at your shoes, tie your shoe or something, look at your phone. Or if you're sitting in your car, turn some good music on the radio and start dancing, start enjoying yourself. The more you can be happy and enjoy yourself in their presence, they're not going to like that. And I mean, do it authentically. Don't do it to make them stop. Don't do it to get their attention. Don't do it to make them pull off. Just enjoy yourself, because if you try to ignore them and or if you try to enjoy yourself so that they'll leave, if they stick around longer, it's going to make you mad because what you're doing isn't working. But it's the same thing with them. When what they do isn't working, they get mad too. And that's why they get more malicious with their attacks on you, with their behavior, when what they do isn't working, because it's like they just like you want them to move when you're not paying attention to them or you're ignoring them. They want you to react and when and not ignore them and not pay attention to them. So it's just all part of the game. The more you ignore, the more you go about yourself and your day and choose peace, it's like the more wicked and evil they're going to get. We recognize this at work. We recognize this in the neighborhood. Like I always just thought, I'm like, wow, these people are just trying to, I'm like, they're trying to get me to notice them. But through research and study and through other people's stories and encounters with this type of behavior, you realize that it's a little deeper than that. These people are organized and working together, and the rabbit hole, it's never going to end. It's deep, and it just gets deeper and deeper. So the best thing to do is just be stoic, gray rock, ignore like they don't exist. You know the routine, but just know that when these individuals are ignored, they're going to try to come at you harder. So it's just going to be another level of ignoring them. Praying through this works, giving the anger to God works, so that way you don't retaliate, that way you don't get frustrated, that way they can't control you, and you're not getting mad, and you're not giving them your God-given power, which is your joy. Stay joyful, stay happy. Peace. We out.